Okay. So we are going to connect from client and we will get the data. So the client will get the data, right? But whenever the client is getting the data, it is running a MapReduce. We have seen that, if you remember. I'll show you one more time. The moment you write an aggregation query into Hive, entire query is getting converted into a MapReduce, right? There are two types of queries that can happen on Hive. One is simple fetch, and the next is aggregations. Aggregations means you are writing a sum, count, etc. or a where condition you want to write, which is a filtering. So whenever you are doing this kind of things, what happens is Hive will execute a MapReduce program, and that program is getting executed in the background, right? So there is a problem. The problem is, assume that this is your real-time data coming from your transaction table. This is your transaction table, right? Which is getting updated every time by the logged in users. This table is getting updated every second. So somebody has created a nice program to move the data to Hive. Assume that this is happening, let's say, every 2 minutes or every 3 minutes, okay? What is the mechanism in the industry you use whenever you want to move the changes in the transaction table to Hive? Transaction table is like Oracle. How will you move the data? The idea is CDC, change data capture. Okay, it's a fantastic tool in the industry. Oracle has got CDC implemented through two tools. One is called Golden Gate. If it is Teradata, the tool is called Data Guard. What Golden Gate will do is, if you are familiar with the internals of Oracle, Oracle has got something called redo, undo logs. So whenever you are inserting a data into an EMP table, for example, every database, not only Oracle, will be writing that data into the logs. In Oracle, it is called redo, undo logs. MongoDB, there is a separate name. MySQL, there is a separate name. Teradata has got its own format. The moment you are having this particular logs, somebody can read these logs and can update that information to any other systems. It's $1 million tool. If you want a separate license, you will have to buy. Now, can you tell me what is the complexity of this? Why you cannot do a select from this Oracle, and why cannot you put into Hive? You may ask me, right? I can write a select to find out what is the latest row that is being inserted and going to put it. What will happen if the rollback happens? You applied in Amazon for $100 purchase of a book, and the next second you just did the cancellation. Gone? The query is gone. So now you have to check whether the two-phase commit happened or not. That's called a two-phase commit. Update followed by a rollback. It's very difficult. I had a personal experience where we struggled because SBI in India, they told that their usage of Golden Gate, whenever the Golden Gate is replicating, you know what is the transaction rate of SBI? 790 million customers per day. Per day. So replicating that particular thing into a data warehouse is taking about 8 hours for them. They told, can you find out some better mechanism? Impossible, because of that two-phase commit. So assume that you have this mechanism already built in using Golden Gate. So now the data came in Hive. Now somebody came to me and told that what is the requirement? I want a real-time view of this particular Hive, but I don't want to touch this Oracle. Why? If suppose you are querying Oracle, Oracle will go down. There is a limitation to Oracle. So data warehouse kind of applications, reporting kind of applications will not normally allow you to touch your data warehouse, touch your transaction systems. It is OLTP. They want to take the data from OLAP. And what is your OLAP? Hive is your OLAP. And what is going to happen if suppose I write a select with a condition to Hive? Every time a MapReduce is getting executed, and depending upon the volume of the data, your time of MapReduce will be more. If there are other jobs that are running on your yarn cluster, then it will slow down your query, and this guy is not going to get the real-time view of that particular Hive. So people with different backgrounds came with the different technologies. I will copy from Hive to HBase, another table, and from the HBase I will show it why all these things are not needed. So I will show you a latest technology called Guava Cache. How you can use Guava Cache to get the real-time view of Hive in a very fast and efficient manner. Are you eliminating MapReduce? No. But we are doing some mechanism in the cache so that every time whenever I am querying, I am getting the latest snapshot of this particular Hive table. Okay. So first let us start with a JDBC program. How will you write a client JDBC program? If you remember, we used JDBC already. When you connected BERT to Hive, how many jar files? Remember the number? 6 or 7 jar files we used, right? That 7 jar files, if you put it into your master lib directory and you write your standalone program, you get your client working, right? And once the client is working, we will do the caching part. Caching part I will do as the next one after we do it. First, let me write the client program, and after writing the client program, what we will do is you try to do that client program. Once that client program is completed, then we will do the caching part. Okay? And always remember this idea of Guava Cache, what you are learning. Today I am going to show you how to use Guava Cache from Hive. You can use that Guava Cache irrespective of Hive. Any database that you want, and you want a real-time view. Okay? Without touching. Real-time view means, please understand, at 10 o'clock, I want what is there, let us say, in 9:50. Maybe 10 minutes. That's okay. But at 10:15, I should get what is there at 10 o'clock. It should refresh every time. It should show me the real time or the latest value.
But is that what Hive is actually for? Like,
No.
Is that it's not really for real time, right? People try to do it, but it's not really meant
It is
for
not. It is not. So we are creating a workaround using Hadoop plus some other technologies in order to create that particular view without additionally creating a copy. This is very expensive. This is a foolish architecture.
No.
This is real time.
Pardon?
HBase is real time.
Yeah, HBase is real time. But already you put it into a lab, right?
No,
Otherwise, you directly copy from here to here,
yeah,
right?
we can do that.
Yeah, you can do that. But already there are a lot of ETLs and a lot of things are involved. Golden Gate is involved. We need to put it into Hive, and now you are telling that I want Golden Gate to configure to this particular one. So look at the overall cost and the expense that is going to happen.
But so fine, you use Guava Cache,
Yeah.
right? But still, it's all on the Hadoop file system. All this is in the Hadoop file. But that is
Hadoop
not-
file system, but this is a standalone
But
program.
that is not what Hadoop is really meant. We already said that it's meant for the last day, right? We don't really do real time and all. Is not really
Absolutely, but there is a requirement.
Okay.
Okay, there is a requirement where I want to see what are the claims that came in the healthcare industry for the last half an hour. Right? I want to do some analytics on the top of it. Maybe I can get the details of those people who gave the claims and I can give another additional promotion in 5 minutes or 10 minutes time. You understand though? There is a requirement. That requirement how to meet. Otherwise, you don't need Hive at all. You can query it. But this query is not supported. They will not allow you to write the query. The OLTP systems, admins, DBAs, they will come and tell you that no queries on my system because it is already performance tuned and it is supporting my OLTP transaction systems. Don't query again.
The thing with this Golden Gate and all, right, is like we were using Attunity, okay? And,
Attunity, okay. Attunity
what
is
it-
another tool.
Another tool,
You
right?
just
But-
remember all these names. Whenever you come to know, these are all change data capture mechanisms.
The pain point, right, Ravi, with this, right, is when it does the CDC, right, it makes these files, okay,
Absolutely.
and the problem is not to if it was one single file, right, you can read it, okay, we can read it using Hive, we don't read Guava Cache, and all.
Right.
But now if you have multiple files, the problem is how do you make a single truth, you know,
Single
that is
growth.
the problem. That is the real challenge.
Exactly. So there are, you understand, it will create a copy eventually, but you cannot wait for that. Okay, that's how we will solve.
So Ravi, we are creating Hive on top of HDFS, and HBase is also on top of HDFS. So what is the difference between these two?
Yeah, we'll see that later. Okay, that is again a columnar database.
Yeah.
This is not a columnar database.
Right.
This is your traditional database. So both are meant for different purposes. Okay. Right. So please go to this one. If you want, you can do along with me if you can follow. Right. Otherwise, you just watch and then you do it later. Okay. So open your Cloudera virtual machine. Make sure what's the IP, and there is an IP available. It should be 10 dot. Yeah, 10.1.10.157. Okay, I'll just write it here. 10.1.10.157 is the IP, right? And how will you start Hive? You just open the command prompt, all right? And then type Hive. What is the command to find out the version? Is it Hive minus version or Hive minus version? No. What is the command? Hive? We did it, right? How Hive minus version? Or Hive version? Yeah, Hive minus version. Okay, so as you can see, the version is 1.1.0 CDH 5.1.5.1. Okay, basically you look at the major number. 1.1.0 is the version. Okay, you don't need it, but I'm just telling you, whenever you are working on an environment, it is always nice to have the version you know, because sometimes what will happen, you may use 1.2 or latest 2.0 jar files. It is not working. You won't know why it is not working. So always it is better to combine the same version jar files. Okay, right? So that is Hive version, and you start Hive, right? Hive will start the Hive prompt. What is the disadvantage of Hive prompt? Hive prompt can be used for connecting only to the local Hive server. If I want to connect from here to, let's say, Mahesh's Hive, I need Beeline. Okay, please remember that is the purpose of Beeline. Okay, I will give you a note on how to use Beeline. Beeline is Cloudera specific. It may not be available everywhere. Okay, but I think nowadays Hot and Work also is shipping. Anyway, both are combined now. Are shipping it, right? And now show tables. You should have your school tables if Bipin has not done anything. Yeah, your My Schools table is there, right? So if you do a select star from My Schools, you can see it will not execute a MapReduce program because it is a fetch. It is going to show you the data without a MapReduce. But the moment if you write a select count of star where you need a reducer from My Schools, you can see that immediately it will execute a MapReduce job. That's why I told you there are two types of queries where some queries require a MapReduce and some queries. So as a good strategy, this is how you should design your things. When you use Guava Cache and you want to generate the latest view of Hive, will you do an aggregation in your query or will you do a simple fetch? A simple fetch, right? Why? It will not execute MapReduce. That's how. Okay. So you avoided MapReduce, you got a real-time view. Are you getting the idea? So you got this one. And how will you know that whether the MapReduce got executed or not? Just to go to your browser and go to your yarn cluster localhost 8088 or quickstart.cloudera:8088. You must see that select star from that particular query is executed on stage 1. That means the MapReduce is working and MapReduce is running whenever you are writing something onto this particular query, and we have got My Schools as the My Schools as the table name. Okay. Now let's open the browser again, right? And in the browser, what we are going to do, I want you to download a particular file. Okay, we will change that file and we will run in a different way. So go to forOurSun.com /passion and download a file called guava cache or cache demo. Something is there. Okay, let me search Control F cache. Yeah. Where is it? What is the name of the file? So it should be G. Yeah, guavacache.jar. Okay, tar. Okay, so please look at that. I will just make it a little bit big so that you can see the file. This is the one, guavacache.tar. Okay, just click on that and save file. Very small file. Close the browser. I don't want this one. I don't want this one. Right. I have got only one command prompt where my hive is there. Okay, leave that command prompt there and open another one. mkdir cache demo. Okay, cd cache demo. Move what you have downloaded. Dot. You copied the command after downloading. If you look at ls, you have that tar xvf. Don't put the letter z because it is not a tgz file. If it's a tgc file, you have to put the z, right? guavacache.tar. You can see all will get extracted. If you want, you can remove the tar file, otherwise just leave the other directory. So guava cache, inside that directory, you will have everything. Type a command called a tree. Again, I will show you. The beautiful Unix command which will show you the directory structure of guava cache. Very, very important class. I'm introducing you a new build tool today. What is the only one build tool that you are familiar with so far? It is Ant. You used Ant for running all your code. And needs build.xml. In build.xml, you referred your masterlib directory. And remember that masterlib directory you copied by putting all the jar files. That is a very bad practice. Initially, it is fine. You're not familiar with Java coding, so I just introduced the simplest tool. Yes, sometimes Ant is good when there is no internet available. You want everything to be moved into your laptop, irrespective of internet. You want to work on your flight back to India. Everything is available on your laptop itself in the master lib. But what is the problem? Today you are creating the master lib by copying from cloud or a virtual machine. Tomorrow you are going to another environment, let's say Citibank or Bank of America. And you want to create your master lib, you have to find out what are the jar files, where are the jar files, you have to create that master lib. That master lib is not good. So that intelligent fox has created the next beautiful and the most powerful, widely used build tool, Maven. Maven needs a file like this, build.xml, but the name of that file is pom.xml. So whenever you hear about Maven, a file is needed that's called pom.xml. I think project object model, POM. You won't get. How will you get the permission? I just executed no
So project object.
model. Please wait. You should not have put /downloads. You should have put some root directory or something. First of all, you find out whether that Guava cache is available by typing tab, right? That slash makes a difference. Slash means you are connecting to the root, okay? It should be slash from the current directory. You won't get that error. All right. So now you got Maven and I got pom.xml. Now what is the structure? You have to follow a beautiful structure when you write your Maven code. Basically, whenever you are having a project, let's say your project name is ABC. This is your directory, okay? Please listen, you need this completely for all your Spark programs, Scala programs are going to be on Maven. So if ABC is your directory, what will be there in the root of the directory? I just told you, pom.xml. Then you are going to have a source directory, as you can see here. That's all you are going to see in your directory, nothing else. In the source, you will have two folders, main and test. Look at that. In the main, you are going to have two folders, Java, resources. Under test, you are going to have Java, resources. If you want, later, when you are having Spark programs, you will also have another directory. This you need to by heart. What I would suggest is, take this cache demo as your model program. Whenever you want to write a program, what you need is, you create a copy of this cache demo and then start changing. Delete all your files, but the directory structure maintain it. That's what I do. Rather than every time creating vipom.xml, cd, mkdir, src, create a template and you use that template always. Any project you take, it will be arranged in this. Look at GitHub, look at Maven, look at any main Spark programs except it is in Python. You will see this structure. You don't need to worry too much about resources now. Configuration properties, language settings, logs, log4j files, all these are normally kept in resources if you are familiar with the programming. Otherwise, basically, this will be empty. Pictures, images, all these things will come there. Now comes the most powerful thing. Where is your master lib? Without that, Java cannot work. Where is the lib directory? Are you going to put the lib directory, reference the master lib directory in the pom.xml? Then what is the difference between and Maven? This is the magic. This is where the magic comes. In pom.xml, you will tell whether your program is related with what version. What is the version of Hive? 1.1.0. I will write that 1.1.0 as a dependency for this project in my pom.xml, so that when you are running the program through internet, it will connect to Maven repository. Maven repository is created by Maven. Everything in the world is there. All the jar files are there. It will go there, connect, bring whatever file you want, and then will run your particular code. You don't have to create any master lib. So tomorrow, if you take this one to Bank of America, depending upon what is the version, you just change the version number, it will bring that jar file. Are you understanding?
So where does this repository?
I am going to show you. Okay. So everything is available in Maven repository. Okay. So let's see. Okay. If you open the browser, Okay, and just type Apache Maven repository. Let's say Hadoop, and press enter. Okay, let me make it big. Did you see this? Everything is available in mvnrepository.com, and if you click on this, Apache Hadoop Common, and then if you click on this, see how many versions are there. And what is the latest version of Hadoop? 3.2. We are doing 2. And now comes the magic. If suppose you click on that, assume that you want 3.2.0. It will tell you what you should write in your Maven. This file. So you don't have to learn anything. Just remember the version number. Go to Maven repository, type that particular version, copy this. And see the beauty here. How many tools are supported? Do you want a Gradle? Very advanced, another one. SBT, Scala Build Tool. This is what you should be writing in your pom.xml. If it is Maven, it is not pom.xml, sorry, build.sbt. The file name is different. If it is Maven, you now concentrate only on the Maven. And what you see in the Maven? Please look. Every code has got a group ID, an artifact ID, and a version number. This, without mistake, you should type. If you write here 3.1.0, what will happen? It will download 3.1.0 jar file. So tell me what I am going to do. I am going to do a Maven repository for my Hive. So I will go back, okay, and instead of searching for Maven repository for Hadoop, I am going to write Apache Maven repository Hive and press enter. Maven repository org Apache Hive, and then I am going to look at what are the files that are available. You can see Hive JDBC. And when I click on Hive JDBC, and if I look at the latest version, no, I don't want the latest version. What is the version? 1.1.0. Okay, look at that, 1.1.0, and press enter, and then you click on this Maven. That means there are these particular files. Now you will ask me, you are writing only one line, but in the earlier program when we connected from BERT, we used 7 files. Where is that 7 files? Why are you writing only one? You know the magic? This is internally dependent on other 6 files. It will automatically download for you. You don't have to remember anything. See the power. How programming has been made powerful. Anybody who writes absolutely fantastic code will have Maven. It is fully independent of whatever you are doing. It will not be tied up with a particular version or something. So if you have pom.xml, that means whole globe it will work. You need to change only that number when you go. So today you experimented on Cloudera virtual machine. Tomorrow you are going to Hortonworks and assume that the version of Hive is 1.2.0. Just change it. But remember, you cannot write anything you want. You have to check first whether that version is existing or not. For example, if I write here 1.10.11, it will give you an error. What is the error? Maven repository 1.10.11 not found. And you know what is the meaning. Clear? So, you got Maven, right? Now, come back to our code. ls cd guava cache ls. Look at that. How many directories are there? pom.xml and source. That's it. And now let's open the pom.xml where all the magic is happening. vi pom.xml. This particular project has got a group ID. Normally this will be your company name. com.city, com.boa, com.bcpsfl, and give a name to your project. Give a version, and you are going to package it as a jar file. That is the basic information about your project. Okay, you can give whatever name you want, and then the name of the project, and then this thing. Now, for testing, by default, the testing is done by JUnit. So you will just put that JUnit there, And then please look at that line. Hive JDBC. I am relying on 1.1.0. I'm going to tell you what this is a little bit later. And then I told you, remember when we were downloading that 7 files in when you connect with the BERT, at the time, there was one file which was not part of Hive. What was that file? Hadoop command. That is the reason why you will see there is a Hadoop command, which is Hadoop core, which is 1.1.0. Now, we are using this particular tool I told you, and who invented this Java worldwide? Google. It is one of the fantastic innovations at Google. So I am depending upon that also. So I am telling that please download that also. Why? Because my project needs that. These 3 lines, your master lib is internally created. And where is it created? Can you see it? Yes, you can see it. It will be created in your home directory in .m2. I will show you. It will be automatically created. And where is the reference to this .m2? The reference to .m2 is automatically done by POM by the Maven framework. You don't have to do anything. So all your burden, the headache of creating the build.xml, creating the master lib, referring to that particular master lib, and then compiling that, and then putting it into the reference class path, all that is getting eliminated by Maven. Right? So everything is set now. What I need to do now is I have to make sure that my code is perfect. Okay? So if I go to src now, as you can see, there is main. And inside that there is Java. I'm just going through this directory structure. Right? And if I look at ls, there are 2 programs. HiveClient.java. So vi HiveClient.java. Inside this, you can see I am using the JDBC driver. This is the driver name that you selected when you were connecting from BERT. At the time, BERT did everything internally, and today you are seeing what is that BERT is doing internally, the program, actual program. And then you can see this is nothing but the normal method that is available in JDBC, get the result set. What is meant by get the result set? You query and get all the results. Okay. And I am going to write a query here, and the query is my Hive server name, and then I am going to write my schools table, and I am going to change that one. So what is my table name? This is from my system. So our table name is my schools. My schools, and I'm going to tell that okay, my series, and please make sure that you are not doing any aggregation to avoid MapReduce. I'm doing a simple fetch which will skip the MapReduce. And now comes a little bit of programming. Okay, please remember all these things as much as you can. What is the return value? Anybody who is a Java programmer, what is the disadvantage of a result set?
It's written one string.
No, it will return the result set. Just like in Informatica, when you are connecting through JDBC, you get the entire table, right?
Right.
Yeah, it will return everything. But there is a big disadvantage. I'm opening a new command prompt. Just remember this, okay? You don't need this. If I am a computer, if you are a computer, you have a Java program, I have a Java program, and you are calling my connection and you are getting the result set. And then assume that that result set you want to give to him. Are you understanding the scenario? You go to the result set from my table. I am an Oracle table or Hive table. He got that particular result set data and he wants to give that data to him. It's not possible. He can get. That's okay. The moment he is taking it and giving it, it's a problem. And today we have that problem. Why? I have to take the data from the Hive and I have to give to this guy. It's like Vatsal, Guava, cache. It's not possible. Why it is not possible? Anything can go through the network if it can be serialized. A network will allow you to transfer any object in the world only if it can be serialized. So what Mahesh should do, deserialize the result set or serialize the result set, give it back, Welsel will take it, deserialize it and get the data. But unfortunately, okay, have you heard about this command? Serial var java dot lang dot string. Very much internal to Java. What is the message? What is the message you got? Yes, it can be serialized and deserialized. What does that mean? He can send a string. No problem. By default, it will allow you serialization and deserialization. Network traffic of string is okay. That's the meaning of that. Now see the magic. Okay. I'm going to write here Java dot IO dot file. Serial version, there is serial version available. Image is in which package? Java image which package? Forgot. Java.awt.image. Okay, so if I go back to the command prompt again, and I am going to write here java.awt.image. What happened? What does that mean? Then tell me what you'll do if you want to do that. You will declare that variable to be transient in Java. Transient means it is not serializable. Then he will not pass image to Whatsapp. He will pass the path of the image to Whatsapp. And Whatsapp will read that from that path. That's the trick. And why I told you all these things? Then whole purpose is gone. That was my challenge, biggest challenge. It's not writing the program. As long as it is not serializable, then how are you going to give to Java? Real-time view and all. That's why the people failed in doing it. That's why they are telling that, hey, we will create a copy in Hive. It's basic. So, I started experimenting, gone to so many forums, sought help, and in my cache demo.java, I am getting a result set, and I know that this result set is not serializable. I am going to convert that result set into a serializable form. And how will you do that? Row set dyna class is the class given by Apache Commons bin util, as you can see here, which will allow me to convert a result set into a serializable form. And now I can pass row set dyna class to. Okay. Once you pass that, and now you iterate through and you get all the values, everybody happy. And now another thing I told you. What is my purpose of using this Java cache? I want a real-time view. So when the Hive is getting changed and when I query, at the time what I want the latest value, right? So what can I do is, I can run this particular program in a scheduler. What is meant by scheduler? Every 2 minutes or every 3 minutes. So what I will do, every 3 minutes in the Dyna cache, I am just going to query and load it into the Dyna class. And what is the property of the Dyna class? Dyna class will have the latest and the fresh copy of whatever is there in the Hive, and you get the result. You understand? So that's the complete program. Now let's run this particular program. Okay. So
Dyna cache is like a staging area.
yes, absolutely. But it is not containing anything. It is just showing it. To get to that, we need to do all those things. Result set and all. So what I need to do? Clear cd ls. I need to change something. What is that I need to change? ls cd java What is the port ID that you have seen in my program? That is wrong. I am working now on Bibin's machine, ls, right? So vi hive client.java, I have to change this one. Since I am running it in the virtual machine, I am going to change this one to localhost. Remember, if you are running from your Mac local and connecting to the virtual machine, please give the IP. So if I run from my local, I can just give this particular IP. If let's say Krishna wants to connect to Mahesh's machine, then Mahesh's IP that you have to give in the code, right? That's all. And this is allowing you another facility like Beeline. Now you can connect from other machine to other machine, right? So all these things are there, and then we return the result set. Everything is there. Let us try our luck. Okay, what you need to do? You have to start Hive server, right? Hive server to start. Without Hive server, JDBC will not be working. And all the ports and everything is exactly the same. Yeah, Hive server 2 is started. Okay, Hive server 2 is the status command. I don't know whether it is status. It should give, normally that status should give me the result of whether it is running or not. No.
So we need to leave this terminal just like MongoDB, or we can.
Which one?
The Hive server.
Yeah, that you just leave that running. Okay, and go back. Okay. Now what is the command that you will type? MVN. It is not Maven. It is MVN. Install. If you don't want the tests, anyway, we didn't write any tests. Just study this. Most of the running will be happening like this. Minus day skip tests equal to true. You should be exactly matching the lowercase uppercase. D is capital, S is lowercase, and T is uppercase. So skip tests equal to true. And if everything is okay, please see the command prompt and see what are the things happening there. What is happening?
Wow, cache.
No master lib creation, nothing. And if you are running in another computer, it will exactly that same thing. It will happen depending upon the version that you write in that. And where it is connecting to, that repo.maven, you can see that site that I told you. The dependencies, you just change the dependency. Every program that you wrote in MapReduce, please change it to Maven. So that tomorrow Hadoop 3.0 comes, already came, 3.2 came, 3.5 comes, you don't have to do anything in your code. You just change the dependency. And why one POM is calling other POM? I told you, no? One POM will have internal dependency with other files. Everything it will manage. If everything is okay, it will download each and everything. And this happens only one time. Next time when you download, when you execute, it will not. Why? What is the directory in which everything is copied? .m2. So if you delete the .m2, again it will come. See, look at that. And now I am going to show you .m2. Okay. Another command prompt. Okay, let's come. Okay, let's open another one. And then cd dot. Look at that. And there will be a repository directory. This is what is downloaded just because of that commands. So please look how many dependencies are there. And assume that you are doing this with your ant. You create a master lib. You will have to create a master lib of all these jar files. And from where all these jar files are coming, one is depending on the other is depending on the other is depending on the other. It will resolve every dependency that is required. Very, very powerful. Okay. Now, once it is done, you have the build successful, and now you do look at ls. Look, it created a file called a target. cd target, And look at that. Why that name guava cache dat 1.0.jar came? Remember what was the name of our project and what was the version I gave? The name was guava cache and the version was 1.0. That is why it created it. Okay. I don't know whether I gave the main class name, but let us try. Java minus jar guava cache 1.0.jar. Press enter. Yeah, I didn't give. Oh. org apache hive jdbc hive driver not found. So there is a problem. What is the problem? In your pom.xml vi pom.xml. What is the version that we have written here? Hive jdbc 1.1.0. What is the problem there? Okay, let us look at the client program. Just troubleshoot. So in the client program, hive server to client, right? Hive server to client. And if you look at that program, we should make sure that our Java JDBC code is correct. So JDBC connection URL using JDBC client sample code, and just make it plus plus plus. And where is it? org apache hive jdbc hive driver. org apache hive jdbc hive driver, right? So go here and then vi sorry, not vi pom.xml, org apache. So where we can search whether it is available or not. Let me just check cd org cd apache cd, what is that? JDBC, right? org apache, what is that?
Yeah,
org apache hive jdbc hive driver. Okay, hive see, it's not there. Oh, hive JDBC is there. Okay, hive is also there. cd hive, but that is a driver name.
Okay.
org apache hive JDBC, and then
So it's hyphen JDB.
no, you cannot change the driver name.
Okay.
Driver name should be there. Okay, let me just try with another version in the pom.xml. Okay, so cd cd cache demo cd guava cache clear vi pom.xml. Let me just try. Okay, it's a different version, but I want that jar file to be available, so I will write 1.2.0 and let me do an mvn clean first. Mvn clean will delete whatever has been created. Okay, right? And now clear. To make sure that everything is clean, I will remove rm minus r of target also. Okay, target is deleted already. Okay, let's do an ls. See, the target is deleted. Mvn install or package, mvn package minus d skip test equal to true. It creates a jar file. So normally install and package is almost the same. There is no much difference, but package is more widely used, because I have written no packaging jar. Everything is combined. So I'm thinking that install might have missed taking all the other independent jar file. Let me try. See, do you see that it is already downloaded skipping? The reason is it is already there in .m2. Earlier it was downloading everything. See, it was very quick this time. Clear? And now java minus jar target slash guava cache 1.0.jar. org apache hive jdbc driver. Why that message is coming? Guava cache 1.0. I think it is the version problem. We have to make sure that downloaded is there. Okay, hive jdbc is already there. So let me check what is there in the hive jdbc cd .m2 and then ls cd repository clear cd org cd apache cd hive ls cd hive dash jdbc ls. See, it has downloaded both 1.1.0 ls. It is there. Hive jdbc jar file is there, but somehow it is not picking it up. Maybe it is because of the version incompatibility or something.
So the path it is pointing to, the path in here is different, Ravi, no?
No, that doesn't matter. The jar file is mattering. Okay.
Okay.
Inside the jar, the class name is org.apache. You are not giving the directory name. Okay. Don't give the directory name. So don't get confused with the path and the directory. Okay. So Hive JDBC is there. Okay. So cd clear. Okay. Let's do one thing. Maven Hive JDBC client, Hive JDBC client example. I mean, I missed something. Hadoop command is there. Oh, there are so much dependency that they have written here. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Until that time, I'm figuring it out. Can you please do this much steps? Is it possible? Have you done already?
Yeah, I'm done. So the driver name we are pointing is ORD Apache Hive JDBC.
That is the class name. That class name is already there in the jar file. It is not the Hive JDBC directory you will give here.
Okay.
Okay. That is the class name. Class name is different from directory path.
Right.
Okay. That's what I wanted to say. Tell you that it is not the class name that you should be using.